tennis.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Brazilians personally and Argentinians, and there's a tense rivalry. I mean, in Jamaica, it would be, I don't want to go political, I wouldn't say PNP, JLP, but I guess KC, Calabar, or, you know, that would be a big rivalry. It's dream final.
Yeah, because you know, the All-Stars, them go with Brazil as usual, because they've come up in the Pele era, the era of Pele.
And a lot of Jamaicans are Brazilian fans.
And then you have the Maradona fans from the 80s and the 90s, you know, and then you have the Messi fans. So, but boy, the defending champions is what? Brazil. Brazil is defending champions for the Copa America.
I think so. I think, yeah.
Well, you know the big talk around town already, that Messi is a club baller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think Messi, he might have to show up tonight.
Yeah. Messi have to show up tonight. I mean, Messi has lost 4 major finals with Argentina.
Yeah.
3 Copa, 1 World Cup final.
No major title to show for greatness.
I mean, we don't really follow rum talk, but you know, you go around, people say Messi cannot be the greatest even though we win for Argentina. So I guess in some people's eyes, it's to go a far way for him and his tout as being the greatest. For me, he's definitely in the conversation. Everybody has their opinion.
I mean conversation, like wait up, top 5, top 3, what do you mean conversation? Top 10.
Messi's the GOAT. The 2 greatest things to ever touch a football
the GOAT
come from Argentina. So if you want to tell me Maradona,
why I forgot the Bulldog, you know. You see the man on named Maradona win at all.
Yeah, I mean, I can't knock you for that, but some people say Pele, some people say,
hey, Maradona win at all costs, man.
Yeah.
You can't use him head, him shoulder, and definitely use him hand, you know. So that man, the Bulldog.
So for Brazil and Argentina now to play a final, I mean, leading up to this final, both have basically an unlimited record, not losing any matches in the tournament, draw, but I mean, found a way to win these matches into the final. Both had tough semifinals. Brazil coming out 1-0 victors against Peru, and Argentina winning a penalty shootout, nervy penalty shootout against Colombia. I mean,
that match was a tough match, you know.
Yeah.
When you look at the fouls and the cards issue out in that match, boy. It wasn't really football, and it was really
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Probably TV, the sports in the background. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough match.
It wasn't really entertaining to tell you.
Not at all.
Let's hope this final comes around. These teams, 2 teams, the very exciting players come to play. You know, nervy tensions, being a derby, there might be touchy-feely in the early parts, but if both teams come to play, it should be an entertaining finals. Finals.
And we look at both teams, you know, Neymar have a more balanced team around him. Messi might have a 1 or 2 difference maker in the squad, but overall, the Brazilian team should be favorites for this.
Yeah, Brazil, even the bookies have Brazil as favorites. Yeah. I personally am going with Argentina. I think it's time for Messi to get some of that burden off his shoulder. Although to me, I don't think it will tarnish his legacy. It will definitely build it more, but Messi is born to play football out of this world. I mean, even if you look at the stats for these tournaments, he has 4 goals and 5 assists. And he's leading goals, leading assists, and he's directly involved in 9 out of the 11 goals for Argentina.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Argentina is...
I think Messi is playing the best football of his life right now, you know? For country.
For country,
club.
yeah.
You know what club thinks there.
But for club is... Yeah. This performance in his Copa is probably his best run at international.
And check out the pandemic, Kane. Check out all of the teams and that from NBA come right down. It's about 40 years now. Argentina, or 30 years, Argentina don't medal in this competition here in terms of gold, winning the title. You know.
I think the last one is in 1991, if I'm not mistaken. That's long.
It's destiny now, man.
The quality for Argentina. I mean, but these 2 definitely have talents in football all across the world, playing the big leagues in Europe. We have names like, other than Messi and Neymar, we have the Di Maria's playing, Aguero's out there. I mean, on the Brazil side, you have Fred plays for Manchester United.
Yeah, Fred is in the middle. Yeah, Fred played. Yeah.
Not my personal favorite footballer.
Yeah.
I think we're having a call coming in now. Hold up a second. But, I mean, it's a big final.
Yeah.
Hold up. First call. Yeah, hello. First call for the day. Hello.
Good day. Primal International.
Oh, this sounds like my good friend Mark Fowle.
It is I.
All right, you're talking some football here. Anything to add to the show, Mark Fowle?
Football, what about football you guys talking about? Any specific match?
All right, now we're talking about the match coming up later, the 7 o'clock match, Brazil versus Argentina.
Copa finals.
Who they have?
Who do you think is good?
Messi, Neymar.
I'm a Brazilian fan now, so even if they have players like myself playing, I'm still going to bet on Brazil.
Oh,
You grew up in a Brazil home, man.
No, it's not the home, Jamaica is a Brazil country,
Well, apparently I'm not from Jamaica.
Yeah, no, the average Jamaican person.
That is true. A lot of Brazil fans out there, but I'm sorry, guys. I have to go with Argentina for this one.
Okay, so Argentina for your money, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Lionel Messi, to me, is the greatest thing that ever touched a football.
We're going with destiny this year.
Yeah, I mean...
That's debatable, though. That's debatable when Christian...
Yeah, it's my opinion.
It's a bit more... Yeah?
Yeah, I mean...
I know a lot of people don't like Messi because I'm too smooth, That's a problem. Sometimes when things not going your way, I'm kind of just laid back and play within the system, while you'd find that Ronaldo would have kind of come out of the system and do something outside of the box. That's the problem. That's the criticism of Messi.
I'm being a smooth criminal myself. I mean, when you're born with a gift to just play out there.
So Messi is like myself and like Kane.
Yeah. But as football fans, we definitely just want a good final. First of all, I mean, two great teams with great players. I mean, Messi and Neymar, both former teammates. Big match coming up.
Yeah.
So thanks for calling. Yeah, thanks for calling, Mark Fowle. And I mean,
yeah, man. All the best for the channel. I love the idea.
All right. Respect. One love.
All right, big up.
Big up, Mark Fowle.
All right, cool.
Oh. Guys, do remember the calling number is +1 876 552 7407. Feel free to call in at any time on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Argentina playing a different brand too, more defensive football, a little bit more like Italy.
Yeah.
A little bit more like
I think
Italy.
There's kind of too self-reliant on Messi.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other stars out there, as I said, Di Maria. I mean, Lautaro Martinez playing Inter Milan is also a big fault.
Yeah.
They have quality on the bench. Papa Gomez plays for Atalanta. I said most of these players play in Europe, so.
Yeah. What do you think about this Brazilian team, though? There's no flair, really.
Probably Neymar.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not like the usual Brazil team.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring. The other night, man, sit down and why am I turn off my TV, man?
Yeah, it's not the typical Brazil team that's full of fear and samba.
What do you think is wrong in Brazil? Something going on, something definitely wrong down there.
They're getting results. I think
results, you think so?
I mean, they're in the final now, but
we're not talking about the Copa, man. We can't go bigger than the Copa. What about the past? How many years in terms of international World Cup?
The players
worldwide
are getting too Europeanized.
Good point.
Brazil players are too Europeanized. They're losing their flair.
Yeah.
They're more in a system playing European type football instead of the samba we grew up and used to.
The beach football, the scrimmage, and
that little flair. Neymar has it though. So, but the team and coaching and coaches now only have few times with the players for the year. They're mostly
because of the club system. Because of the club system. And most of the Brazilian more overseas now.
Yeah.
And back in the days, the more at Santos, the more homegrown and play within the local.
No, they're drilled to be more system players for their clubs.
Yeah.
And Samba was more of a flair.
You can't beat nature, and that's what you're good at. You can't really be. And when you try to go against that, that's where you have the problem. I find Brazilian football, it's taking a little beating for me still.
Yeah. Neymar, top player for them, 2 goals, 3 assists. So, Messi versus Neymar. Okay. Who's your pick? I am picking Lionel Messi. What do you say there?
Well, I forgot with destiny this time. I picked Brazil last week, but you know me change my mind regularly. So yeah, I'm going with Messi this time.
Yeah. So I mean, from one football match to the next.
Let's go to yours.
Big Euro final.
Oh my.
I mean,
But there's a whole heap of argument and complaining over the semi-final match with Denmark and England.
To me, that's a soft penalty.
Soft penalty?
I mean, not even soft.
Yeah.
No penalty. Made a meal of it, but I mean.
What about the penalty?
Yeah, Sterling made a meal of it. I mean, he's in a position. He can get a little brush.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Not warrant a penalty.
People tend to have a problem with VAR. I don't have a problem with VAR. VAR is good for the game, but whatever problem is, the people who are put in charge of VAR. They don't know about football. I mean, I think former players should be in charge of the VAR.
I agree with you.
Because when you play a sport and you've been in certain situations, I guarantee you that 99% of former players, that if they were in charge of VAR, would be like no penalty. Even past England players, even if you ever saw the biases. Because to lose a match like that, Denmark ride a wave, come straight to the semi-final. Unfortunate thing happened with Christian Eriksen, but he's back to health. I mean, that was a scary moment. Okay. And Denmark was playing good football. I think they were a bit cagey in the semi-finals, but England was a better team. The quality came to show in the latter parts of the game, leading into extra time. And they had the ascendancy going into the penalty, but that definitely was not a penalty.
But here, what enough people say, what happened to the free kick? You didn't hear about the infringement with the free kick?
Oh, for the goal, for the Denmark goal?
Yes.
That was a free kick.
It was a free kick.
That was a free kick.
But in terms of the wall and the attacking player coming within 1 yard of the defending wall.
No, that's legal.
It's illegal according to IFAB rules.
You can't come within.
No, it is a mad rule. But it's there.
The attacking player can't come within 10 yards. I have to double check.
No, 1 yard. 1 yard.
Oh, 1 yard.
1 yard.
Oh, well, I have to double check that rule.
And then we hear another complaining about the laser in the goalkeeper's eye.
I mean,
they're trying to pick at everything.
Sportsmanship nowadays. I mean, everybody's trying to get an edge, but it was a good free kick.
No, it was a blinder. A good free kick. Good free kick.
It's the only goal that scored in England for the whole tournament. England is playing good defensive, compact football. I mean, I'm not really a Southgate fan, but he has England doing a good job. But then again,
he's a players coach, you know.
Yeah.
Good interaction with the players
But I have a biasness towards the final because I'm an Italy fan. People know me, I'm an Italy fan, so my team is in the final. Italy has 33 games on it now. They lost a match about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So this is a tremendous feat. I'm going into finals. England are the favorites, but Italy to me is the team of the tournament. Italy playing attractive football.
Yeah.
Usually Italy are more defensive, tactics, but Italy is playing attractive football. And tomorrow should be a good final as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's going to be an exciting final based on how Italy is playing, counter-attacking, and, you know what I mean, fast-paced up front, attacking with numbers.
And Italy have a right mixture of youth and experience. Because the two old heads at the back, my captain, I'm also a Juventus fan, Giorgio Chiellini.
Yeah.
I mean, plus we share the same birthday, so I mean, that will make it even better. But Chiellini and Bonucci at the back with their experience playing together for years should be also a great factor going to the match. I mean, there have been too many battles. England team have not so much experience in finals. Last one, 1966. It's done. It's coming home. I think it's coming to Rome. It's not coming home, people. It's not coming home. It's coming to Rome.
Hey, but you know why I pick England though, right? I pick England for the same reason why you like Italy. I think your backline is too old.
No, but
at 36, your captain is 36 years old, and the man beside him is 34, and you have Saka and Sterling, who is what? They barely past 22, 23 years old.
I mean, but
and the speed that these guys possess.
We played fast Belgium side. Played some quality.
I don't think you ever faced the speed yet, do you know? Sterling and Saka? No, I don't think them two. I think you're going to have problems at the back line there. I think it's going to be a back and forth game based on the positioning of the players and with speed and age.
We've been around sports so long, in all these sports. Tell us about experience versus talent.
All right.
You don't think experience plays a big factor?
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but up to a level.
All right.
Start. These guys have enough experience to take on these defenders.
But these defenders I mean,
I always go with experience, don't get me wrong. I tend to always go with experience.
Hold on, we have the next caller.
Well,
hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, it's Primal.
This is Primal. Who are we speaking with?
Am I speaking?
Yeah, this is Kane and Dale is also here.
Okay.
who is speaking?
This is Paco, man. Giving you a shout out.
Okay, Paco.
Oh, big up, Paco, big up.
Yeah, that's one of the big guys up on the show. You know, I will be reap some success with this show.
Yeah.
Respect, Paco. You know, go back here.
I guess it's a multi-sports program, right?
Yeah,
Sure. You have anything to discuss?
I mean, we're talking about the Euro finals tomorrow.
What do you think about the match for later and the match tomorrow? The Copa final, that's what the Euro final.
Well, my pick is Argentina, Italy. They seems to have the reverse.
No, well, I'm going with Argentina and England tomorrow.
Oh, Argentina and England.
You know, Messi.
Yeah, I think this is what I've observed with Messi. Because I've watched a lot of the games during this tournament.
Yeah.
It seems very hungry. You can see them high.
Yeah.
And the attitude towards the game, but like he really won this one. So, and he was even very aggressive against his teammate during the penalty shootout game.
Yeah, showed a lot of emotion.
Against Colombia. So he's showing something showing that he really wants this one. So I really hope he can achieve the success later still.
Yeah, he's behaving a little bit more like Maradona right now. Yeah. You know?
Yes.
That little dog needs to come out time.
Yeah. The pretty boy style now go work. You don't forget Grammy, you know?
Yeah, man. You have to get serious one.
You know where sports is? Yeah, man.
You see it, he kick down them and get up back and of course he just continue playing. So I saw Maradona used to play. So at least he might learn something from Maradona.
Yeah. It's not too late.
Faster.
Yeah, the late, great. So what you say about England, Italy tomorrow?
The challenge I have with England is England to me the coach have a headache. We have too much players to choose from.
Yeah.
When you see a man like Jack Grealish can get a start, you must go stronger team.
Yeah.
And because these players basically all of them are stand out from the English Premier League. So the coach have a headache. But I think England, the challenge I have with England right now is that I was watching the game against
Denmark.
And quarterfinal.
They play. I'm retracting my brain now. England played. Let me tell you.
Ukraine.
They won 4-0.
I was the game against Ukraine.
Yeah.
England to me, they play too conservative football.
Yeah.
You see if they play more aggressive and play quicker and attack you and get at you, they'll achieve more success.
I totally
play back.
Even the squad that the name is kind of defensive squad because the fans are shouting for either Grealish or Phil Foden to start, but he's persistent with Mason Mount, Declan Rice, and Kevin Phillips.
Yeah.
So as the game progresses, he tries to mix it up, but he's a defensive-minded coach first. I mean, and that might play against him tomorrow, as you said.
I think tomorrow he have to come out and attack these slow defenders from Italy if they want to win. He has to play an attacking football tomorrow. Yeah. So he have to put the players in the right positions tomorrow.
Which I think he won't. I think he won't. I mean, and coaching is a big factor of it too, as I said. Comes on a lot.
Because when they really come forward, they look devastating, you know.
Yeah.
You understand? So we want to lay back.
Quick with pace. Yeah.
You have to use what you have, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't try to create something you don't have. Use what you have and work with that.
Yeah. So
I would love for England to win, but you see, Italy to me have a very solid defense. I think they haven't lost a game in the last 20 or 30 or
33 matches.
They have not lost a game in a good time.
33 matches.
Their defense is very solid. So, I mean, it can be a tough final for England. Yeah. But I would love for England to win. But as I say, Italy, based on history, they have been there, done that. So they know the fans like and how to perform.
Yeah, we know how experience plays a lot.
I think they'll be more confident than England. But
England playing at home in front of fans. That might work against England. I mean, the nerves, because they're playing at Wembley. In front of home fans. That might play against them, some it might play for them. But I mean, Italian with experience, I don't think it will trouble them as much.
Yeah.
And England are the bookies' favorites to win.
Yeah, home field advantage. Well, as you say, it might be a plus, it might be a negative, but yeah. So Parker, thank you for calling in.
Thank you, respect, Parker.
Hold on.
Yeah,
just one more thing.
Yeah.
The table tennis national championships.
Yeah.
It will be held next within a month time.
Yeah.
You know who the likely winner, favorite to win the men's singles?
Men's singles, I would say Dale Parham. If Dale Parham plays, I'll have him as a favorite. If he doesn't play, then I would say me.
We know the top three, right? The top three would be Simon Thompson, Peter Mouyong, and Kane Watson.
It's coming home to Primal.
I know maybe Christopher Marsh might think that I should put him in the three, but Christopher Marsh probably is like the fourth man right there.
I think it's coming
what
home to
about
Primal.
international player here? Well, not really an international player, but a foreign-based player who's back in town.
Yeah,
back in town.
So I mean,
yes, man, Mr. Hilton.
I'll have to check the bookies with those that's leading up to the tournament.
The 12th to the 14th in National Arena. Yes, Paco. We have to run now, but thanks for calling in.
Yeah, man, no problem. Take care.
All right.
In wrapping up with the football, I mean, as I said, my pick, Italy, Argentina. Yeah. Your pick?
Is definitely England.
Argentina. Remember, feel free to call in. The number again is 1-876-552-7407, and that's on WhatsApp. Feel free to call. So moving from the Italian team to our next Italian. Yeah. This Italian I doubt will win. Matteo Berrettini at the tournament of his life, reaching the Wimbledon finals again. But he's coming up. Hope another car coming in. Hold up. Just in time for tennis talk. I am. Check. Good afternoon. Check. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, you called right in time for the tennis talk.
Yes, this is Primal Sports Center.
Oh, you're timing us. I don't see you watching us. I think
this but listen, I am tuned in. Usually I'm in studio, but I'm tuned in to Primal Sports today.
Okay,
great.
That's great. I mean, how you find the show so far? I mean, you're not in the studio. How do you see things from the outside looking in?
I got to say, you guys are doing me proud. Primal Sports.
Yeah. Respect. I mean, we don't sleep. But it's Tamo TV or it's Primal Sports.
And funny, we just mentioned your name, Just mention your name. Yeah, the 4-time national champion.
Yeah. Big up. So we touch from one Italian to the next. Italian have the tournament of his lifetime. But he's coming up against not only the number one seed, but this tournament will push him to number 20 if he wins. And I think that nobody's betting against Novak Djokovic tomorrow. So what do you say? What do you think this will mean? Him reaching number 20. I mean, Novak Djokovic, your
I think we need to start putting my guy Djokovic into the GOAT talk, because it's looking serious this year. It's looking like a problem.
It's looking like a problem. And
I agree with you, Simon.
It's looking like it's in a few years' time it won't be even a debate. Novak Djokovic is doing incredible things.
I mean, you're talking about a few years. I'm talking about this year.
Yeah, by the end of this year.
My guy wins the Golden Slam. If he wins all 4 slams this year, we can't argue that.
Yeah, and I mean, not only winning, but defeating quality opponents.
Yeah.
I mean, that French Open final was not only historic, but epic. I mean, the level of tennis that he has been showing consistently over, I wouldn't say couple years, for more than half of the decade.
Yeah.
I mean, the level that he's at now, and I say number 20, because people tend to look at stats a lot, but I mean,
and Djokovic beat Federer in his prime.
He catch Federer a piece in prime and beat Nadal and Clay. I mean, he's in the GOAT debate. and tomorrow will, to me, cement it. And as you're a player, I mean, you can reel out all the stats and all the accolades, but to me, Novak Djokovic, apart from his stats, his demeanor on the court and his attitude towards the game, even when the crowd is cheering against him, he's egging them on in his personality.
Yeah, man.
He's a crowd pleaser, and you know, I love the crowd.
The showman.
Yeah, you know, I love the crowd.
Yeah,
I do enjoy the crowd.
Yeah, I do enjoy the crowd, and I mean, Nadal is my player, but it's a joy. Watch, entertain.
So Simon, what you thought about the women's finals this morning?
I was hoping that it would have been more of a fight from Pliskova. I was hoping I should win.
Yeah,
I knew that way too strong the entire tournament. Just playing.
Yeah, and then her second Grand Slam. It was second.
Yeah. I mean, she's number one. She's been playing good. So I mean, Barty was the favorite.
Pliskova, she has never won a slam, you know.
Yeah, but Pliskova coming as gritty, fighting.
Yeah.
Barty hasn't lost much sets. Apart from the first round, she had straight set victories going straight into the final.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess quality prevailed today.
Even the quality of her play was higher.
Yeah. She definitely deserved the title. I mean, women's final complete, Barty winning. I mean, but all eyes on Novak tomorrow.
Yeah. I
mean, nobody will bet against him. I'm hoping for a good final and a good fight.
If I find that the Italian is a bit of a scrappy player, you know, I plays too far off the court in terms of receiving serve. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to give the Joker too much time. That's really too much time, you know? Yeah. I know Joker take the ball very early already. Yeah. I'm flat.
And Joker is relentless.
Yeah. I can't see this guy beating him.
I mean, I don't see anything outside a straight set win. Yeah. What do you think? Your prediction, Simon, before we wrap up this call?
I'm going to think it's a 3-1 win. Yeah. Just because the Italian has nothing to lose. That makes him dangerous.
Yes.
I said 3 straight sets. I mean, Joker is relentless. And that's number 20 for him. So, I mean, next week we'll probably talk about what this means for his legacy. But he has to do it first.
Yeah.
We don't want to count X before it as.
All right. Thank you, Simon. Thank you for calling in, Simon.
All right, guys.
Respect. Peter, say big up. All right. Johnny Peter. Big up the captain. All right. Respect. All right.
Yeah. So now we're coming up to sports commentary. We'll be having our new co-host, Danielle Dowie.
Former youth silver medalist. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did. World Youth silver medalist in the 400 meter hurdles.
The 400 meters, 2009, is it right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So quite a while ago.
I mean,
quite a while.
That was yesterday.
I feel like last week.
Yeah.
No.
Daniel, I have to come on camera to welcome you to Primal. Meet.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
This is Kane. Have a good show. Waiting on your commentary.
Thank you.
So you're ready? It's your time.
Well, yes. Yes.
All right. Let's go right ahead.
Let's hear your sports commentary for the day.
It's your show.
All right. So my show. Oh, I like the sound of that. All right. So let's talk about Tokyo. So we're in the Olympic year, extended version of the Olympic year. And last year, the Olympics summer 2020 Tokyo Games was due. But we all know we had our pandemic, and there were concerns about how that would affect the Olympics, the quality of performances with the new type of restrictions that we're going to face because of the disruption. But what we've been seeing instead, we've seen athletes, do what they do best. They make it work. Champion mindset, the determination, the character. And what is normally characteristic of an Olympic year is that people go beyond and above for an Olympic year. People normally come out of retirement, do all, push themselves more than they ever have before. find the confidence that they were lacking. So this year, so far, we've had 4 world records, and there are a couple world records that are under threat in Tokyo. And I've been, paying attention to those because I don't know about you, but I like world records. So
definitely
will be historic performances regardless. But when you can do it in a world record, people get excited. So far we had 4 world records, 1 in the 10,000 women. Letesenbet Gidi of Ethiopia. She actually broke it 2 days. So it was broken on June 6th by Sifana San. She's a Dutch athlete. And she's really, really talented, impressive range from 1,500 meters up to the 10,000. So too Letesenbet Gidi of Ethiopia. So the record was held by an Ethiopian, Almaz Ayana, and she broke that record in 2016. So Dutch athlete Sifana San comes, takes the record on June 6th, and 2 days later, another Ethiopian said, no, we're taking it back. And so they brought back the record 2 days later. So it didn't even last very long in the Dutch athlete's hand, even though she's also Ethiopian born. Next record we had for this year was Ryan Krauser's shot put record. He broke the world record on the first day of the US Olympic trials. And it was a 31-year-old record. And it was held by an American named Randy Barnes. So that stays in the American national order. And so I'm looking forward to see what he does at the Olympics. He's definitely the favorite by a mile, breaking that 31-year-old record in 23:37 meters, which is really, really far. Next up, the 2 events. Well, this is my former event, so the 400-meter hurdles. So the men's 400-meter hurdles and women's 400-meter hurdles have been on fire this season. The women's 400-meter hurdles world record was also broken at the US Olympic trials. So we saw Sydney McLaughlin, she broke the world record. She became the first woman to run below 52 seconds, which is a pretty big deal. And it's hard enough to run 52 seconds in a regular season. And she's only 21 years old. And she went below 52 seconds. So that's a pretty big deal. And there are a string of other women who have run 52 this year. So I'm expecting that event to be really, really hot at the Olympics. And I think there's a high possibility that the record could go again. And so too in the men's 400-meter hurdles, we have Karsten Warholm. So he's a Norwegian athlete, and he's been on fire as well, that event. So he also broke a record that has been standing for a really long time. And I'm talking about, pardon me?
29 years,
Yes, Kevin Young's 29-year-old world record. So he broke that record just the other day. I think it was on July 1st. But he will also have a lot of competition. So for this, he has Rai Benjamin, the American, the Brazilian Dos Santos, the Qatari athlete Samba. So it will be a matchup of... Pardon?
And Jail Hyde.
And Jail can totally get into the mix. I was very impressed with his national title run. He ran a really, really composed race. And this is exactly what we're seeing from these hurdlers now. They're really composed throughout the hurdles. And it will be a matter of who gets it right or who makes the least mistakes, because the level of competition is just impressive. So I'm really excited to see that the pandemic didn't really deter any of the top quality performances that we want to see. And especially knowing that there are no fans in the stadium. These athletes are just pushing themselves and knowing what they want, and the competition, the quality is still there. And we also have a serious threat from in the 110-meter hurdles, Grant Holloway of the US. Unfortunately, we're not sending our defending Olympic champion, Omar McLeod. You know what happened to him at the national trials? He had a bad day, a really bad day, and he did not make the team. So he's still number 2 in the world, but he won't be getting the opportunity to defend his Olympic title. And I'm thinking about this. I don't want anybody to get too excited, but an outside threat, a possible outside threat, could come from Shelley and Fraser Price. So it's a long stretch, maybe not that far.
In 100 meters.
In the 100 meters.
That world record to me will not be touched under the water rules.
Shelly doesn't think so.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to win the ball to me, but that record is tough. But hey, I wouldn't mind it.
That race that she ran, that 10:63, it was one of the best ever executed 100-meter races. I think that if, like, combining, if she can get a day like that again with her determination, character, I just know that anything is possible in that event. So I'm really looking out for that in particular. She hit 2 career milestones this year. She's always wanted to break that barrier, 10:70. She did so. She's now the fastest woman alive, 10:63. Same thing in the 200 meters. I think that one really sweet her the most. Yeah, because there have always been talks about who's the greatest sprinter alive. And the real tough critics, when it comes up to her name, they're like, no, she's never run 21 seconds. So immediately they're just like, oh, she's a good 100 meter runner. But now that she has that 21 seconds and a very good one too, 21:79. So it's not like, so she broke well into that barrier. And now that she really can cement her name as one of the greatest sprinters alive. So, yeah.
I have the 200 meters as probably the 200 meter females as the event of the championships. They are the most competitive because we see ladies that I think we might have about 4 to 5 liters that can break the 22-second barrier for that race. So for me, that 200 meter female race is going to be tough. I mean, even me and Dale was talking about it before the show, and I think it'll probably come down to lane draws. And I mean, you have to make the finals for one, no matter who you are. And then for lane draws, my pick would be Shericka Jackson. I think if she gets an outside lane, I want her to just run. But Shelly, we know she's going to come off the curb, and the Americans are running good. But to me, that race should be hyped up more. I mean, wouldn't mind 1, 2, 3. I mean, Elaine has pedigree as well. And the double as well. Some are doubling, some are not. Because I don't think Brandini is not running the 100. I think Gabby Thomas is now in because Shakar Richardson is out, I think. I think she's in now, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
I'm not sure who's in. Is Gabby Thomas?
Yeah, Gabby's in.
I thought
so Brandini might have rest versus the others that are in 100. And I think you're going to take might a world record again to win that race.
So you think Shelly can medal in that 200?
Well, I'm not gonna limit her. I definitely do think she can, but what I'm looking at is I think that she should have been resting right now. Watching her on the circuit in the last 2 races, she looks a bit fatigued. I think everybody was saying when she ran that 10:63, she's defying age and she's doing all of these things. But now I'm looking at her, and I watched that race so many times, and I'm looking at her performances afterwards, and I realized that, she really had a really good day. So I would have liked to see her rest going into the Olympics and just focus on hitting that double instead of running the circuit like these younger athletes.
Yeah. I mean, I will. And we see Elaine Thompson actually rounding more up into form because she now has run, I think, the second fastest time ever she has run, 10:71. So it's rest versus running the meets and getting into the form. As I said, Shelly's probably in that phase now where she needs to probably rest and fine tune, where Elaine now is getting more competition under her belt and running faster. So that 100-meter final going to be a dinger as well. But I mean, as I said, that sub 10.7, 10.6 has Shelly as the clear favorite versus the 200 where we see all these athletes just going to run fast.
And 400, they have the strength too. 400 strength.
And the 400 strength, I think, plays a part.
With Miller from Bahamas.
You're more an expert in the track and field than us. I mean, Shauna Miller-Weber, is also in it. And she has that 400-meter strength. And
she does. She's really impressive. And I like the fact that Shericka Jackson has switched over and actually got is the first person to beat her in like 4 years over the distance. So that's really impressive as well. And I do like Shericka as a pick for the 200 meter at the Olympics. I think that at the trial, she showed so much that she conserved a lot. So I'm really looking to see, and she has such impressive top end speed that I know she's not going to release all of that energy until the Olympic final. So, but first she has to get there, and I have no doubt that she will. But I really like her for the 200 meters.
Well, how about Elaine? What's up with Elaine? Is she fully recovered or what? Elaine Thompson?
Well, she did mention that she had some niggles before the national championship. And like you said, she is rounding out into form now. That 1071, she looked really good doing that. So it's just a matter to see who rests up over the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks heading into the Olympics and who comes prepared, because it will be a lot of pressure. It will be a lot of pressure like they've never had before. There's so many women that are running impressive, and Talu is actually rounding into form as well. She might be a dark horse. She's looking a little sneaky, like she's getting into shape at the right time. So, and
everything doesn't go too far.
And the dangerous thing about, pardon me?
I said nothing really go as predicted. So she's probably the outside pick. You know, the book is outside pick for somebody to come up and get in the mix of medals. And she's a talented athlete as well. Short, quick, creative, you know. So I mean, I like to see her run as well.
And the beauty about it is that their character, you can see it in the way that they run. You can see that Talu wants it bad. You can see that Shelly wants it bad. You can see it on Dina Asher-Smith. So when you see all of that fierce competition line up, it's so even hard to pick somebody because you see how badly each of these ladies want it. And you know it's going to make for good competition.
Stay online, Dana. Hold on. We're having a call. Hold on a second. Getting a call here. Check. Hello? Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who are we speaking with?
This is Mello.
Oh, Mello. I know
as in Marshmallow?
Mello Marshmallow.
Yeah, just Mello.
Just Mello. Oh. Big Marsh. Yeah, we have a track expert on the line as well. I mean, tell us.
Yes, I've been listening to the program, you know. Yeah, she saying that she likes world record, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not really a fan of world record, but good races. Yeah. You know, good times.
Yeah.
You know, good competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and well, I'm looking forward to these ladies. The ladies. You know, they seem to be doing the thing this year.
I know you're always looking forward to the ladies, man. I know this.
Yeah, man. Especially the 200.
So who's the pick for the 200?
I'm actually a 400 person, but you know, but the 200 seems pretty interesting this year.
Oh, that's really.
So give us a pick for the 200. 1, 2, 3. Pass the post. Don't be biased. Don't say Jamaica 1, 2, 3.
No, it's kind of tough, you know. But I watched a race yesterday and saw the one earlier in the week. I see Ilian rolling into form. Mm-hmm. You know, Shelly is there. Mm-hmm. You know, I saw after she came off the curve, she just tweak it down a bit. I don't know if she's playing possum. Yeah. Yeah. So, but based on my analogy, I think it's Shericka Jackson, you know.
So 1, 2, 3. Give us 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, man.
Don't just give us the winner.
All right.
Come on, you're bigger than.
All right. Shericka, Weibo, Ilian, in that order.
So you have Shelly finishing outside of the medals.
Yeah, man. She's gonna finish outside of the medals in the 200.
Danielle, you have anything to say to Mello?
As good as she's running.
Danielle, you have anything to say to Mello about that?
That's my pick.
No, his pick is his pick. It's really tough to call.
For 100.
Danielle is saying something to your pick, Chris. Hold up. Mm-hmm.
No, man, I'm not going to trouble his pick, you know. His pick is his pick.
No, I mean, what do you have to say to it? I mean, he's coming telling us about, you know,
He did say he likes the 400, and his top 2 pick are the 400 women, Sharika and Shani Miller.
Oh yeah, I missed that, but you're right. Yeah.
Well. I did. To tell you the truth, I didn't even think about it when I was calling it a while ago,
So she's the expert. I mean, she break it down for us, So
so he's a stronger athlete.
Yeah. The 2 400 runners.
Yeah. So I guess that can play a big factor into the 200 as well. Yeah.
Definitely, so stronger.
I personally think lanes will have a lot to do with it. What do you think?
Yeah, well, that's always a factor.
In the 200,
lane draw.
In 100 to me, not so much, but the 200.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
some people prefer the outer lanes, while some people prefer the middle lanes. Understand? But sometimes it's who behind who say can see who is ahead of you. Understand?
Well, I mean, if it comes 1, 2, 3, you'll definitely be on the show again telling us that, hey, you need a job with Miss Cleo. So if that comes true, then, I mean, we need to get you into the clairvoyant business.
Yeah, man. I know it like that, So,
that's what I'm saying. We're going to write it down now. And I mean, I know you'll be a regular caller. So thanks for calling, Chris, and always, one love. Big up yourself.
All right. Blessings.
Bless up.
Bye. Thank you.
Boy, everybody leaving out the meals though, man.
Yeah.
We say you end up a chance?
We're on 995 today. Hold on a second. Hold on, next caller.
You can resume, guys. Dale and Kane, I think we can see you. Can you? Let's check if you can hear you. How about you, Danielle?
Pardon me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Why can't I hear the other guys? Can you just...
Can you hear us, Daniel?
All right.
Yes.
Oh, we're back. Sorry.
So what do you think about Omar? You don't think we should let him run? No? Boss him or give him a chance as a defending Olympic champion?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a selection policy that allows for that, and it's really hard to do that when the guys who place top 3 at the trials are
running quality time.
Quality.
Yeah, they're quality. So.
Because remember when who was it?
The same thing with Shelley back
when
in
Shelley
the
got her chance, everybody was saying, somebody else run.
It was Veronica and Shelley.
Yeah.
Veronica finished 4th and Shelley was apparently 2nd in the trials.
History writes itself. Shelley is now, I mean,
and if she never had that opportunity, we wouldn't,
You can't deprive people of their
And
and they made it fair and square. I mean, the rules are there to govern, and based on the rules, I mean, I wouldn't personally let him in. I'd like to see him run, but it's just tough. He's running on the circuit.
It is, and it's. I really don't know how you're gonna tell somebody who also worked just as hard, and they made sure that they, didn't have a bad day. Some people actually, athletes actually sometimes visualize their races, practice their shaking the nerves, what they're gonna do so they don't feel nervous, and all these little things just to make sure that they're ready to go on that day. So it's really hard to take that opportunity from somebody else.
They work so hard as it should.
And you were a hurdler, right? Yeah.
Yes.
It's an ungrateful event, especially the sprint hurdles. I mean, it can clip the hurdle.
Yeah, if you take it requires so much focus. That's why I'm really impressed with the 400 hurdlers this year. It's like even that last race with the Dutch athlete Femke Bol with Shamir Little, they ran 52:37 and 52:39, and it was so intense. And she's Femke Bol, she's only 21 years old as well. And it was a really fast time that she ran, 4th fastest ever, I think. And when Shamir Little, who is much stronger in the flat 4, came upon her over the last 2 hurdles, she did not flinch, right? And it takes such great level of composure to keep it together. So the slightest mistake can really cost you. And I think that Omar suffered it was a change in schedule. They really changed the schedule, which was unfortunate. They're used to, like the 100, having the semifinal and final in the same day. And so, I can relate, and I'm sure a lot of athletes can relate to not being able to sleep before the race. So, but it's just like when it rains. It rains in all of our lanes, all 8 lanes. So you really can't complain about it. You just have to put on your spikes and go, because everybody else has to deal with the unfortunate circumstances as well.
So you're still heavily involved in track and field, right? You still...
Well, I do analysis from time to time, and I'm actually getting more involved in writing articles, sports journalism. Getting ready to do a little bit more of that. And also I'll be working with SportsMax for the Olympic track and field coverage. I'm doing some analysis.
Well, right?
Yes. And Primal.
I can't leave us out.
No, not at all.
Even so, I was having a discussion the other day, what do you think would attest to all these fast times? I mean, it's all across track and field. Do you think it's the rest, that 1 year rest where everybody got and just running fast now? Because, I mean, Shelly coming to run her best now. As I said, the 400-meter hurdlers.
Even champs, boys and girls champs.
I mean, we have seen some quick times. I'm wondering if it's just the break and the rest and everybody.
Well, I have been thinking about that as well, in terms of the rest from competition.
Hold on a second, the cars are back. I'm forgetting a car. Sorry. Check. Hello. Hello.
Hi, afternoon. You hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing him. Good afternoon. Who are we speaking with?
You can call me Shano.
Shane, the cunning one. Oh, yeah, I know this voice. All right.
Yeah, man, first I want to say congratulations on the show. I love it. I listen. Suffice it to say the quality is great compared to what is in the market.
Yeah. Quality is primal.
Primal.
Thank you very much, Shane.
I like
Thank
that.
you.
Well, I realize I was trending towards track and field. So as my first call, I feel like I'm going to call it a hot take. First and foremost, I think for the women's 100 meters at the Olympics, I'm feeling a 1, 2, 3, but I can't pick the order.
Okay, well, I mean, we would love that.
I'm feeling a 1, 2, 3. Regarding the 200 though, and in fact, here's a hot take. I'm thinking Steve Francis is going to retire as the greatest coach ever after Sherika Jackson win a sprint double.
Wow.
You heard it first here on Primal. I don't think that man going to retire. That man love the limelight.
That's it.
Yeah.
That would be the coup de grace. All the days in after.
Yeah, especially seeing that Shelley left the MVP camp.
Oh, yeah, man. So, and even forget the 1, 2, 3. They had to start the claiming of all 3. You know that.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
what I want to also touch on though is we're talking about the seniors, but Tina Clayton win the under 18 at the knockout championships, and she ran faster than the under 20 and under 8.
Yeah, so we have to look out for that talent coming up.
Definitely, but I'm big up the youngsters as well. They had their miss up at the airport, but they're doing us proud as well.
Yeah, big up. I mean, I almost forgot about them. I mean, we always press the time. I try to condense in everything because even Johan Blake ran 9.95 earlier. What do you think are Johan Blake's chances of medaling at the championships?
I see him as having an outside chance. People writing us off and saying all that about the men, but I definitely think first things will spoil. So we use it I think Johan might have an outside shot at the brand. It's definitely making the final, and it definitely won't be that.
So he'll be carrying the flag for us in both sprints, you think?
Yes, I think so. Definitely.
All right. Fair picks, but I mean, I like that hot take where I just said Stephen Francis, Sherika Jackson winning the double. What do you think about that, Danielle?
Well, like I said, I really like the top end that Sherika brings to it. It's really exciting to watch that speed unleash. And I do think that she has a good chance of taking the double. But I would like to see her get her start.
All this football talk, we don't talk about ourselves.
Battery 100%.
What was that?
Figures.
I didn't hear. Hold on a second.
And figures not.
Wasn't here the Kerry Cunning one. What's that?
Shano.
I'm saying all this football talk, we don't talk about World Cup, man.
Yeah, I mean, we have to talk about the direct what's happening today and tomorrow with football.
Yeah.
So next week, definitely we'll touch on some World Cup. So next week, I'll be looking for your call again because, I mean, we're running out of time. I mean, we're trying to condense everything because we have about 2 minutes left on the show. But, I mean, sports galore this weekend. I mean, track and field coming up later this month, Olympics. So next week, we definitely have a Gold Cup segment for you. All right. Respect,
Shano.
Let's go.
Okay.
Well, Danielle.
Yes.
We'll come to the end of another great show here on Primal. And you're the new co-host, right?
Especially when it comes to the field.
Okay, I like the sound of that. And thank you so much for having me, guys. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Our pleasure as well. All right.
All right. Thank you
very much.
You're welcome, and thank you as well.
All right, dear. I mean, I think we need to turn 1 hour into 2 hours. Because we have 20 seconds left and so much sports to talk about. We'd even touch on NBA finals.
Yeah, Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns up 2-0.
First title in franchise history.
So much sports, but I mean, we love sports here at Primal. And I mean...
Anyway, thank you all. And tune in to Uncle Randy. He's up from 2 to 5. Thank you.
We're out. 1 hour.